Leaf with the Legends podcast highlights people doing exceptional work in the areas of sports, entertainment, business, and entrepreneurship. Make sure to like this video, leave comments down below, and subscribe to the channel. As always, be legendary or be lost. Yo, we are here, episode 1, Leaf with the Legends. Man, I'm joined today by a very, very special guest, my boy, Sun Prairie legend, Nicolay legend, soon to be NBA legend, Jalen Johnson, man. Welcome to the pod.
No, I appreciate you, bro, having me on.
Man, no, man, I appreciate you. I know you're busy. For those of you who don't know about Jalen, I'm gonna just, he's a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Uh, went to Duke, and then he's a first round draft pick in the 2021 draft to Atlanta Hawks. So Jay, man, like I said, I appreciate you, carving out time. Just want to start from the beginning though, and kind of get like, talk about your childhood, your upbringing, and like who was the first person that really, put the ball in your hand.
Yeah, no. Well, my upbringing was great. Just my parents provided everything, we needed. My dad and mom were the first to put basketball in my hands. So just watching my dad kind of play, at an early age, that kind of made me fall in love with the game. And then I got two brothers, of course, that both play basketball as well. So just having that basketball oriented family, I think that kind of grew me closer to the game and, really made me fall in love with it at an early age.
Oh, for sure. Shout out to the Johnson Five, man. I love y'all
Yeah,
family. Y'all friends turn family. So, we in a group chat, with your parents and
yeah,
Al and Cass. So, we stay in touch, man. You come from great stock, great stock.
yeah,
So when you were younger, who were some of those players outside of your pops and your mom? Because she's a baller too. She's the
yeah,
she's the best horse player in the family.
yeah.
I
First
hear.
playing.
But who were like some of them guys who you looked up, or women who you looked up to?
Yeah, I mean, LeBron really. That was kind of like my guy growing up. I rock with him, whatever team he was on at the time, and just seeing the type of person he is, and along with the basketball play, that kind of oriented and aligned with kind of the things I want to do with my life. So just seeing that and seeing all the big moves he's made on the court and of course off the court, that kind of gave me a sense of directions in some scenarios. So just I'd say LeBron. There was other guys, I just loved watching, but like LeBron was the main guy I honed in on, and just trying to be like him in every aspect.
Facts, facts. No, that's dope. That's dope. So from an early age, Jay, like when did you know you were different? Like when did you know you had that it factor? Like when did it click for you?
I mean, I was always good growing up, but really kind of like when it all clicked and I was like, okay, yeah, maybe this can be my job one day. I think it was probably, once I came to Nicolay, that's kind of when we got a routine with things. That's kind of when we, practices were much more intense. Like, just the game of basketball was treated more seriously, in that environment and, having other guys around on that team, that played Division I basketball and, going up against them every day. We had a really good squad. So, that challenged me just to take every practice serious. So, yeah.
And once y'all came to Nicolay, we're gonna get there, but
Yeah.
it was life changing for us as well. Just to add someone of your caliber, and then you add in a young Kobe, your younger brother as well, with the pieces that we already had. It was a match made in heaven. But we're gonna get to that. But so high school, freshman, sophomore year, you played at Sun Prairie High School, right? So you averaged 15-6 as a freshman, 18-9 as a sophomore. Y'all went 45-6 in 2 years and a state tournament appearance. What led to, with all the success that you had at Sun Prairie, what went into the decision to move the family to Glendale to attend Nicolay?
I think it's just basketball. That's kind of when things kind of start clicking for me, like I was saying earlier. So just kind of getting in that routine with things, training with Steve Becker at AP, having good trainers around. I think I think that kind of led into the decision, and just me focusing more on my craft, putting more time into my craft, along with my younger brother too. So, because he was kind of early in his career, didn't play much at Sun Prairie, so it gave us another opportunity, to play together, and then just take the game much more serious.
Oh, facts, man. Shout out Killer. That's my,
Yeah,
Kobe, my dog. Killer Cove. He's gonna have a huge year out of USC too. So,
sure.
so when y'all came to Nicolay, it was your junior year. Uh, your junior year, you averaged 20 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. You were named Gatorade Player of the Year, AP Player of the Year, while leading Nicolay to our first ever state championship.
Yeah,
Like, just talk about that. Like, from I think you guys made the announcement or whatever, like July 4th, I want to say.
yeah, yeah.
And so, like, kind of lead me from like July 4th. What would that have been? 2018 to March 2019 when we won a
Yeah,
state. When we
yeah.
won it, yeah, when we won a state title.
Yeah, no, so I kind of still remember that day, just kind of when we made that announcement, hopped on Instagram Live. We was down in Florida at the time for an AU tournament. So, me, Mari, and Kobe, we all on live, and I tell them we going to Nicolay. And then there's, of course, at the time, that's when the KD thing was still kind of, more relevant, and that was more the talk. So, like, people
The
saying,
super team.
the super team, I'm going to join the super team, like all that. So, there was a lot of hate that came along with that decision, but ultimately we think and for sure made the best decision at that time.
No, for sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I remember y'all broke the internet that day, man.
Yeah.
Me and Al we were actually at a barbecue together, and we got the news, and we was like,
Yeah.
okay, all right, yep, let's go. It's go time.
Yeah.
It's go time.
Sure.
Uh man, so that's let's talk about the state title, right?
Yeah.
So all okay, we're Division 2. So all that year, we end up going 27-1.
Yeah.
But in the state, it was always that talk, Washington, right?
Yeah.
Nicolay versus Washington, Nicolay versus Washington. So how the brackets ended up, we ended up meeting in the championship game. What was going through your head? Before you answer that, I don't know if you remember, after we won a semifinal game, we were watching the Lacrosse
Yeah.
Central in Washington,
In the student section,
and
there
it's
was,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Man, no, just hearing that around the city, man, that was the talk because we were both blowing teams out. We were all handling business, and then by the time March came, that's when the talk got hotter. Around Facebook going crazy, all that going crazy, little trash talk on Instagram and all that. But once we got to play them, man, that was kind of like I think a sense of relief for both of us. Like, okay, we're gonna see who the better team now. We both got great records, great coaches, all that. So we're gonna see who the better team is. And I think, we heard that talk, and we heard that talk from them a lot more than we talked to them. So just hearing that from them, I think we were extra motivated going into that game. Especially all the top guys. It was me, Mike's the number one player in the country at the time. Deontay Long, he was really good. So just having that talk, man, I think that fueled us, man, just right away, right out the gates, just get on that with them.
And they had brought in Trey White too.
Oh yeah, Trey White, I forgot he transferred like
Yep.
what was that? February he came in,
Like
right?
it was like January or February. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And then now him and Kobe are teammates,
Yeah.
which is great. But
No,
hey,
he transferred. He
oh,
actually
he
just transferred.
transferred. Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
got you. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
and
but they just played together last year. It's
ooh,
crazy how things come full
I
circle with
swear.
all that.
Fact,
Yeah,
fact. So in that game, um, there was a dunk that pretty much shifted the whole momentum of the game.
yeah.
Kind of talk us through that play and what went down.
I think it was second half or whatever, man. Like I think James get the steal. He couple dribbles. And I see Mike. I'm not thinking he sees me though. So when James threw the lob and I timed it just right, I got got the takeoff right and all that. So I timed it just right, and I seen him backing up. So I was like, oh, in my head, I was like, I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this. I did it, man, and I was like, it was a sense of relief, man. Like, like I felt like I was the best player in the state, regardless of class at that time, and even though he was getting a lot of talk as well, I just wanted to, make some type of statement in that way. So, it felt good to do that.
That was definitely a statement. I mean, that game, we set a record for the most. I think that was the most attended Division II state championship game.
Oh, easy,
Easy,
easy.
yeah, and, like, all 18, 19,000, however many it was, whether you were Nicolay or for Washington or just there as a
Yeah,
spectator, like, everybody went crazy, and, like,
oh,
the like I said, that momentum shift, it took, it took Mike's heart, like, quite frankly,
yeah,
it took his heart, and then I
yeah,
think the rest of the team kind of outside of a couple players like DT still was balling, but
yeah,
for the most part, he was done after that, but that dunk is still, like, in game, like, that's one of the nastiest dunks I've ever seen, bro, and then on that stage too.
yeah. No, it was crazy because you feel like the crowd just roar after that. So then
Oh, yeah,
you
facts.
got to celebrate somehow, man. And, like I didn't really know what to do in that moment, but yeah, that was a crazy experience, man. Just that whole state atmosphere. That's what we were talking about all year, and then we practicing in MSOE with the loud noises going on the aux cord, like getting ready for playing in that type of environment, man. So it was definitely a hell of a run.
Y'all was prepared. Y'all was prepared. Y'all was ready, man. I mean, we just had to, pretty much just we just let y'all play. We obviously we
Yeah,
had some structure and some, some game planning, but I mean, just the team that we had, man, we didn't have to do too much, with you guys because y'all just
yeah,
understood and y'all competed. Y'all all were dogs, man. So,
sure.
it was good time, good time.
Yeah,
So, Jay, you got a cold nickname, bro. East Bay Jay.
yeah.
So, when was the first East Bay in game done?
First East Bay in game. It was at Sun Prairie my sophomore year. I think it was regionals. So it was in the playoffs at the time, and then our first or second game, and I got a fast break. And I was tired of doing, the back scratch,
Yep.
the windmill. Like, so I wanted to switch it up, and I didn't see nobody in front of me. So when I come down on that left side, like, that's where I feel like I get up the most. So honestly, it was just an in the moment type of thing. I didn't think I was gonna make it. I didn't even try like picturing it in my head before the game and none of that. And that was my first time doing it. And ever since, it just became just one of my things.
Yeah. No, and for you to do it like in the game, like, do you like was it premeditated? Like were y'all talking like before? Like were you and Kobe like, yeah, yeah, if I get a steal, I'm just gonna East Bay.
Nah, that's what's crazy because I didn't even feel like I had the bounce, that type of bounce yet, at that point in my career. So no, it was definitely something that wasn't talked about, but I think I only did it like a couple times before that. I might have did it like 4 or 5 times because I never tried it. I never felt like I got up enough, to complete that. But yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's cool nickname. East Bay J. East Bay J.
shout
All
out to
right.
Bree Love with that one.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Breela. Jaffe Davis Jr., right?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. So after we had that, that championship run, your junior year, uh, you decide to transfer down to Florida to IMG Academy for your senior year. So talk a little bit about what went into that decision, and then how was that experience?
Nah, my decision after winning that state title, that's of course what I wanted to do in high school, and do that in my state, and explore other options, for my senior years. So I made the decision to go down to IMG. Just for like I said before, the same reason why I came to Milwaukee, just to elevate my game, be around like-minded people, where people have aspirations and goals. So that was a experience to say the least. But I definitely learned from it, and I don't think I'd be where I am right now if that wasn't where to happen.
No, for sure, for sure. And I mean, a player who's of your caliber, a 5 star, as much as Al and I didn't want to see you leave, we understood. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Because it's like, okay, it's IMG. Like they got the best facilities, best trainers, and for where your future was heading, selfishly we were like, dang, like, we come back, like we can back to back,
Yeah.
easy. That's what we thinking. But, you know,
Yeah.
uh, for your future, we didn't want to be, selfish and hold you back. So but you end up, coming back
Yep.
to Nicolay, and after some other, bouts with the with the
Yeah.
WIAA, you end up getting cleared. So you end up averaging, 24, 11, and 9. Yeah, I'm sorry, 24, 11, and 5 in the 9 games, but before COVID hit. So
Mhm.
when you came back, like, what was your mindset?
Oh, there was no doubt in my mind we was winning a state championship if I got clear, because I was just dealing with a lot of criticism from outside noise at the time, social media, people wondering why is Jalen not at IMG. So just hearing that, and just kind of being kind of isolated during that stretch, of leaving IMG and returning back to Nicolay, just being isolated in that time, that kind of just made me, more hungry, and just made me more dedicated to what I want to do. So I came back, just kind of with that mindset, just kill everyone, show them that you still one of the best players in the nation, all of that. So, that was kind of my mindset, just when I did return to Nicolay.
Fact. And we were on pace. We were on pace. We were going to
Oh,
back to
yeah,
back. We were going to go back to back for
no
sure.
doubt.
Because we had the game. So we played that Thursday. We
Hmm.
smacked Whitefish Bay. I think we ended
Yeah,
up beating Whitefish Bay at Port Washington by like 25 or
yeah,
27. And I vividly remember it. Our routine. The coaches, some of the parents. Your parents were there. We went to the brick.
yeah,
And that's when, like, everything just started, like, shutting down. Like, as we were at the brick, we're saying, "Oh, Nike's closed," like, all these, like, large companies, like,
hmm,
shutting down, so we like, "Dang." So, but, I guess the consolation is, I guess, what the Journal Sentinel, they made us, like, the virtual state
yeah,
champions, so
whatever that's supposed to be. Nah, but that last game though, I still sit wrong with me because Kobe, you know how Kobe be talking shit all the time.
Always, always.
Kobe happened to have more points than me in that game, so
Did he?
for the rest of my life, I gotta hear I had more points than you in your last game of high school. So that's the only downfall of that game, and having the season cut short because he
I
got
love
that.
it, I love it. No, Kobe. Yeah, Kobe is he's a master. He's a master at that trash talk. I must
Oh
say.
yeah, for
No
sure.
matter no matter what it is, no matter
No
what it
matter
is,
what it is,
he gonna
he gonna talk.
he gonna talk. He gonna talk. So 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 COVID shuts down. You're already committed to go to Duke.
Mhm.
So what was your who else was in the running? Who was your top five, and what kind of propelled Duke over the other four?
Yeah, no, I think my top five was or top four or whatever: Kentucky, Arizona, Wisconsin, and of course Duke. But the main reason I chose Duke, I think it was my relationship I built with the coaches. Like as cliche as that sounds, like
Real.
in this industry, there's a lot, like not industry, but whatever it is, there's a lot of fake love and fake caring going around, and I felt like Duke was the most genuine with me. They were honest, they were upfront, they were there for me when I was isolated at IMG. They were there with me every step of the way. Coach K calling me, telling me everything's gonna be good. So just hearing that and hearing that affirmation from them, just kind of made me more secure in my decision, and made me more happy with it, and just looking forward to get things started with them.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, and I was fortunate enough to be on the at the home visit with the coaching staff.
Oh
So
yeah,
to have Coach K, chilling in your living room, eating
yeah,
chicken and spaghetti,
yeah, yeah,
just chopping it up. So along with the rest of the coaching staff. So
yeah.
as a basketball player, right? Like you say like D1, 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 but obviously there's levels to D1. So Duke, like that's like when you say like, "Oh, I'm going to Duke," or "I want to go to Duke." That's like top of the top. And for you to go to Duke and then set records like at Duke, like that speaks volumes about what you what you accomplished. So I just got a couple stats that I'm gonna read. So you were named ACC Freshman of the Week uh, after scoring 19 points, grabbing 19 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 block shots. That 19 points came without missing a shot. You went 8 for 8, 1 for 1 from three, 2 for 2 from free throw line, setting the Duke freshman record for the most points in a game with 100% shooting. Also, first Duke player in history to post a stat line of 19 plus points, 19 plus rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks in a game. You became the first Duke player all time to score at least 20 points, have at least 15 rebounds, at least 7 assists, and no turnovers in a game. Like, just thinking about like the long lineage of of that of the brotherhood. Like, how does that make you feel to know that it was a tough time going through COVID, in battling injuries, but yet you were still able to like succeed and have some success at Duke. So like, just talk about your experience there.
No, my experience at Duke was great. But man, like worst part about it was during COVID, man. Like I didn't get to experience Duke how all these other guys got to experience Duke. I didn't get to play in front of the Cameron Crazies. When I came on my visit, that was one of the main things. I wanted to play in front of that. I wanted to play in Cameron Indoor for that Duke UNC game. Where it's sold out. People camping out. Like I didn't get to experience that. So like just having that type of season though, like and being able to accomplish that type of thing for the university, of course it meant a lot. But just wish there was fans around, so I could feel like we were, it was an actual game, like it was college, like I got to like, yeah, so yeah.
So talk a little bit more about that experience. Like, were y'all in dorms? Were y'all in
But
like
yeah.
how was that during COVID?
Nah, yeah, we was at the hotel. We were at a hotel all year. So just kind of being in a hotel, like I said, that isolation, that really adds up on people. So like, I was going through things at the time, just my own mental being. But like I said, man, like I feel like all these experiences and situations I've been in, Duke, senior year of high school, I feel like that's why I'm here, where I'm at today.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it definitely made you, definitely made you stronger and more resilient.
Sure.
So, after that season, you declare for the draft.
Yeah.
So, kind of walk us through that process and like as far as like agents, workouts, and
Yeah.
the whole nine.
Yeah, no. So well, I kind of knew that I was signing with, Clutch, just kind of right away from the jump. I had a great relationship with Luke, Lucas Newton, and then Rich, of course, too. So just starting off, kind of building that foundation. We had a plan going into the pre-draft, just with everything, because I was dealing with a lot of scrutiny coming and leaving from Duke, because you never hear about any freshman that's highly touted, leaving Duke early. So we were kind of just, working through the media aspect of that, how to handle things and all that. So it was really like I said, man, just another locked in off season or pre draft. I mean, just kind of, staying in the gym. So when I go work out with these teams in June, in July, like they can tell I've been in the gym. I look like a whole different player than I was at Duke. So that was kind of the goal. That was kind of the plan, for me, just to stay in that gym, man. There was nothing else going on in my life, other than just honing in on basketball. And that's literally my daily thing. Like I gotta be in that gym, gotta be in that gym no matter what. So just doing 2 a days, creating that routine, starting to eat better, like, just trying to become a pro during that time. That process and all that, man, that was great, because it was kind of like a weight off my shoulders. Like I'm getting to chase my dream, no matter how we do it, no matter where we get picked. Like I'm doing it. Like it's here. Like I got a chance to play on an NBA team, so I wasn't gonna let anything else, or stop me, or try to diminish my dreams, because my dream was playing in the NBA. I didn't have a draft pick in mind. I didn't have a I want to be a top five pick. Like I just wanted to play in the NBA. I wanted to make a name for myself. So it was a great process.
So like you said, man, you signed with Clutch. and how dope has it been to learn from someone like Rich Paul?
No, it's been great, man. Rich is full of knowledge, like full of knowledge. Like he'll no matter what the topic is, he's gonna have some insightful things to say about it. Like yeah, like he just gives out free game. That's really what it is. He give out free game. He's looking to give back to people. So yeah, it's been great just being up under his wing kind of, and just seeing how he does things, seeing how he operates. So it's been great learning from him.
Shout out Rich, man. I remember at the draft, at your dinner, um, he's like one of us, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
no, for real.
he just chops it up, like you said, but just giving free game and wants to see, people be successful.
Yeah,
I remember him telling you, he told you, he's like, "Hey, Jay, I told you by yourself, but now I'm gonna tell you with your friends and family here, like I can get you 200, 300, maybe 400 million, over the course of your career. You gotta stay away from the goofy shit."
yeah,
I remember him saying that. He's like, gotta stay away from the goofy shit. So, like, for him to obviously build Clutch and his brand and have that business acumen that he has, and like I think that's huge. Just for a young player like yourself, the with to help out with all the off the court stuff.
yeah,
He's gonna do what
for
he's
sure.
gonna do what you need to do on the court, but
Yeah,
to have a group, with like Rich and with Luke as well, I think that's huge. And obviously your family holds you down as well. So
sure.
uh, so you're invited to the green room.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about like that. Like once you got that call, like hey, you invite you to the green room, like what's going through your mind and like talk about the whole like the draft process.
So I was just excited to get that invite, of course. Because you're hearing a lot of things. Am I going to slip? Am I going to fall out the first round? All that. I'm hearing all that at the time. So when I got that invite, it was kind of like, okay, like the team's going to get me. Like no matter where I fall, like a team's going to pick me up. So that experience in the green room that night, man, like a lot of emotions, like a lot of emotions, like a lot of uncertainty going on in my head. Me looking at my parents, just like, because we're all kind of waiting at that time. I know you guys are up in the crowd waiting too, like anxiously waiting. So it was definitely nerve wracking. And then you see like certain teams that you worked out for multiple times where you felt like you had the best workout of your life in front of them, and they pass by, they pick another guy, and another team you had a lot of workouts for, they pick another guy, and then I think around like 16 or 17 is when I found out I'm going to Atlanta. That's when, Luke told me, Atlanta's gonna take you if you're still there. So I was excited, man. Like I said, man, it wasn't about the pick with me. I was just excited, to go showcase what I do. I'm gonna make a way for myself regardless where you put me at. Like, and my talents are gonna put me on the floor with what I bring.
Oh, for sure. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So you get the call, say about you said about 17, 18 picks. So you know that you're going to Atlanta.
Mhm.
Is it still not real yet? Like until you actually hear Adam Silver say your name?
Nah, yeah, no, it still didn't feel real even in that moment, man. Like,
Mm,
to be honest with you, like you walk up on the stage, man, you don't know what to think. Like, no check deposit, no uniform yet. You don't know what trades happen on draft night. Like, because you see a lot of that sometimes, and it's just a lot of uncertainty. So, I was kind of still just trying to feel everything out at the time, and just kind of take it all in, of course, but just still kind of just anxiously waiting to get settled into my new home and all that. So yeah.
so you get picked to number 20 to the Atlanta Hawks. Like actually let's take it back a little bit. So
Mhm.
draft night, like kind of give the people like a behind the scenes of like what goes on after you walk across that stage, get your hat, and
Yeah.
shake Adam Silver's hand.
Yeah, so walking after you walk across that stage, you go to somebody from the NBPA takes you to the back. They walk you through a lot of media, like an hour worth of media. Because I didn't get to the family room for like another hour or
It
something,
was a
whatever
minute.
it was. So just doing a lot of media. You're talking to your new team. You might get a call from your coach. You're probably going to get a call from your coach and your GM. Just congratulating you. A few teammates might reach out. So there's just a lot of things you have to do once you go back there. But of course, it's fun. They're making fun of it. They're asking you about your draft suit, like who you brought with you, just asking a bunch of fun questions to make it fun, just kind of still be excited at the time because, once you get drafted, you want to go celebrate with your family and friends. So just having that patience, just to wait to do all that. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do behind the scenes.
Gotcha, gotcha. So what was like that first like welcome to the NBA moment for you? Where you like, damn, I'm here. Like this is real.
I think it was there's a couple moments,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
First I'd say media day. That's when you get your jersey and all that. You see your jersey for the first time with your last name on the back, with the number you want. Like, feel like 2K, like for real. Like it's
Yeah,
just kind of like the whole process, the storyline of it. It was kind of, oh my bad.
you good, you good.
No, just kind of like the whole storyline of it. There was a lot of similarities in that sense, just like this excitement and just enjoying that. So that was kind of like my first initial one as far as playing. Man, I say this past year, when you lining up against KD, you lining up, you guarded Bron, you guarded DeMar DeRozan, you guarding all these type of guys, man, that you watch their highlights, you admire them, you respect what they do because they do it at the highest level. So just playing against them and actually being in the game, just like it was different for sure, and just kind of when they hit you with a move like that you just can't stop. That's kind of like I think KD like first time we played Brooklyn. I think he went for like 15 out the gate, and I'm guarding him at the time, and I'm like, hey, shit I can do. So like just kind of had seeing their greatness up close and personal. It was cool to see.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, you sign a contract 4 years, about 13 mil, 12.8. So what I know you made sure moms are straight, pops are straight. What was your purchase? Like what was your splurge? Where you was like, all right, like yeah, I'm gonna buy something nice for Jay.
Yeah, no, I think I got a chain.
Okay.
That was kind of like my first thing, and then I got a car, of course. Got a Benz, so it was kind of like, okay, I'm driving this. I'm not driving my parents with no more. Like I'm not wearing no fake chains, none of that. Like I'm not doing none of that no more. Like this is real. This is my car. This is my chain. Like I bought this with my money, so that was kind of like my first like big purchase. I think.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So who's one of the players who you played against that like where you were like shocked that had like a bag, like a deep bag, like where you like, damn, like he got some shit.
Mm. I mean, the obvious answer is Kyrie. Um, Damn, that's a good question. Who had a nice bag? I'm trying to think of who gave us a tough time this past year. There's a lot of guys for real, man. Like that's what's so special about the NBA, man. You see a lot of guys. You might be that one game that they play and they go crazy. Like, damn, I didn't know he had that. He was just averaging like 7 points, or not scoring like that, and he just dropped 40 on us. Like, that's like kind of the fluctuating thing about the NBA. You don't know who's gonna get off that night. So I'm trying to think though. Yeah, I say Kyrie, man. Like it's just amazing watching him just like have counters to his counters, and then reading what the defense, reading their feet, like just all that type of things. You see that in person, like you see him doing it. You see him like telling his teammates clear out if he got some mismatch. Like it's stuff like that.
Oh, I got you. I got you. I think when I had asked you that question a couple years, maybe it might have been the summer that you had got drafted. I think you had said Jordan Clarkson.
Oh yeah, yeah, Jordan
Jordan,
Clarkson. Yeah, because we was working out at the time,
yep,
or
yep. With Chris.
playing in an open run with Chris Johnson, and
Yep. Shout out
just
Chris
seeing
Johnson.
seeing his balance and just he definitely got a deep bag for sure. He nice.
Back, back. So, Jay, last year, you had a mid-season coaching change, right? So, how has that been, adjusting with the, to Quinn Snyder?
It's been great. Quinn's been great for me. He's been great for the team, great for the organization. Just having that mastermind genius, just knowing everything about basketball, knowing every little aspect about the game, and you can talk for hours with him about it. And he's really a players coach. I feel like he gets to know his players, he cares for his players, and you genuinely feel that. So like once that coaching change happened, we had our talks, and I was ready to go, man. Like I was excited for this new coach. We have a common thing. We both went to Duke. He's a Duke alumni as well. So just having that kind of similarity between both of us, that kind of started a connection early.
So, I love it. I love it. So last season you averaged 15 minutes, 6 points, and 4 rebounds. What can we expect from Jalen Johnson this season? Like, what are some of your goals? I know it. Don't give me the cliche answer.
Yeah.
Like give me some numbers, man. Give me some numbers.
Man, numbers, I couldn't tell you, man, but I promise you it's gonna look a whole lot different than last year. A whole lot
I,
different.
I dig
Just,
it. I dig it.
just as far as everything, man. Just me just looking like I'm having more fun out there to, maybe getting more rebounds, whatever it may be, man. I'm just excited to really have a full season under coach, new teammates, and the former guys who are back from last year. Just continue to build what we kind of started.
For sure. And like you said, with just out there just having fun. And I think that obviously is a great, grander scale, but from the transition from Sun Prairie to Nicolay, what I mean? I see like, you were
Yeah,
able to be free. We let you play point. You was one through five for us, you
yeah,
know what I mean? So just giving you that freedom and the opportunity, to thrive because you're so talented, you're so gifted, like it's you gotta let you rock. You gotta let you rock. So this past off season, what's been the main thing that you like really wanted to improve?
well, my shooting, of course, that I felt like, that's always been, something I could continue to get better at. But this offseason was just a lot of different things that I worked on. I started new things. I started going to Pilates to work different muscles. So, it's just different than regular weightlifting. So being able to do that, I'm kind of starting to see like the impact it has on me when I'm on the court. Started doing yoga. So there was a lot of things that I was working on like off the court, that helped me on the court as well. And as far as just like, on the court, just refining everything, working with Chris on counters, mid post, places where I'm gonna be at during the game. That was kind of, the target this summer and working on that.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you Pilates and yoga, so you're gonna be even more bouncy?
Oh yeah, for sure. No, I feel more bouncy right now for sure.
That's scary. That's scary, bro. That's scary. All right, so I got a couple more questions, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
do a rapid fire. I know you're busy, but so what? Just kind of walk us through a day in the life, of Jalen Johnson. What in season.
Yeah, in season. Well, right now I'll give you off day right now, or it's a regular day right now because in season, that kind of varies, what city we're in. But I wake up at 7, eat breakfast, and then I head to the facility at 7:45. Get there around 8:15, 8:30 ish. Um, get into the facility, go do my warm up, get warmed up, do my weights. After I do my weights, I get on the court for however long that may be, an hour, hour and a half, and then I get in the steam room, and then I go cold tub. So that's kind of just like when I'm at the facility, kind of what I do, things that have been became a habit for me.
Got No, it's dope. That's dope. All right, so I got some rapid fire questions, 5 of them. First thing that comes to mind, kinda kind of,
Yeah.
rattle it off. All right, so if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Fried chicken.
I kinda knew the answer.
Yeah, I know you knew that. Like if you know, you know. Yeah.
Hey, all right, sidetrack. You
Yep.
remember in when we went out and played in DC and
Oh,
we got everybody we got everybody Jimmy John
yeah, so
and you were like, Coach, I don't eat sub.
I don't
And
eat
I'm
that.
like, no, Coach Al said, everybody eating sub. And so then I called, I said, hey, Jay said he wants some chicken nuggets. Al said, well, take that motherfucker to get him some chicken nuggets.
No, I remember that. That's a classic one for sure.
Yeah, I think I got like what, 4 piece nuggets or something like
Yeah,
that. You had like
yeah.
16 nuggets before the
Yeah.
game and
No, that's
balled out. And
I'm
balled
gonna be straight after that. I'm gonna be straight.
one one CD you can play with no skips.
That's a great question. One CD I can play with no skips. Man, I'm gonna have to go recent probably. Like
Okay.
trying to think. Yeah, that's a great question, man. There's a lot of albums that
And you're a music head too.
yeah, there's a lot of no skip albums. That's crazy. Man, I'll go with what I'm currently listening to right now. I'm listening to that new Rod Wave album.
Okay. Okay.
There's no skips on that. You be talking real shit. None of that. Drinking all that other stuff. But
Got
like
you.
about real life stuff. So I've been playing his last album. And I feel like there's no skips.
I dig it. I dig it. All right, bet. All right. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Invisibility.
Song or movie title to describe your life?
Phone. You said a phone or movie title?
No, song,
Oh, song or movie title.
song or movie title.
Hmm. Long journey.
I love it. Love
Yeah.
it. All right, last one. Favorite shooter hooping.
Favorite shooter hooping. LeBron 20s.
All right.
Yeah, I've been
All
rocking
right.
with them.
Follow up to that question. When you playing against LeBron, do you wear his shoes?
Man, I got to this year. That's kind of like the unspoken rule, but man, like they just feel good on my feet. I'm a big shoe. Like whatever's comfortable for me, I'm gonna wear it. Like I'm not gonna be switching shoes like that. So
I hear you.
that's kind of been the one I've been pretty consistent with.
Got you. Got you. Got you. Well, Jay, man, I appreciate you, man, pulling up to Leaf with the Legends podcast. Man, we got Jalen Johnson, five former 5-star recruit, Duke basketball. Now he's a small forward for the Atlanta Hawks, man. I appreciate you pulling up to the podcast, bro. Best of luck
Yes,
this
sir.
season.
Yes, sir, my brother. Appreciate you.
No doubt. No doubt.